I just let it whoop like the dash band. Pull up in a foreign whoop, put your cutlass in a trash can. She got chains and whoop for her splag man. I got homies that's the whip in that glass for that can.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you again for coming back and wanting to see more content that we have on the Mustang right here. So, as you've seen in the thumbnail, we got two line lock kits that I'm going to do a comparison on and show you the difference between the real one and the fake one that I have here. And I'm going to show you pretty much how to put it in, but it's not going to be a tutorial. There's plenty of YouTube videos out there to show you actually how to hook up a line lock kit. This is just going to be showing me actually putting a line lock, just a solenoid in, because I already have my lines pre-bent and they're already ready. Just need the line lock to go in. All right, so without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so these are the two line locks that I have. This is the fake one right here, and this is gonna be our real one. As you can see, it's made by Hurst, and this is a cheap eBay $40 knockoff piece of crap. All right, so the reason I had this one in the car, but it was leaking from the feed line, which is gonna be this bottom one right here. So if you look in there, this is perfectly centered, the camera that is, and if you can see that hole in there is not. So that was causing the line lock to leak. It's supposed to look like that one right there. That's an inlet line, or that's an outlet line, and this one is the inlet line from the master cylinder. It's supposed to look something like this right here. If you can see that. Let me see. So this is how it's supposed to look, like that. And get the lighting right. Alright, so that's one of the major differences that are, oh, don't fall. There's two of the major differences between these two line locks right here. If you can see, this one is just built with better quality. It's more of a steel, I guess, or aluminum, I'm not too sure, but just the whole quality overall looks way better. And this one looks like some cheap plated chrome solenoid. Also with this one, I'm not too sure. I noticed these numbers are stamped in there. So if you know what these numbers mean, 190530, just let me know in the comments below what those numbers mean, as well as that stamping for that M right there. And apparently this one doesn't have any of that stuff right there. Just cheap plastic chrome that's gonna get ditched because I'm throwing this new one in here. So that's the big major ones. Obviously you can see the sticker right there that says Hurst. This one runs about 40 bucks, and this one right here with shipping ran me about 120, somewhere around there. I can't remember, but this is the one that you want to get. Do not go with this cheap crap right here, because that one, it will leak on you. My dad actually bought one too, and his looks the same. He has that offset hole that's right there as well. So I advise any of you, don't go with this cheap crap, because that one will leak on you and you will not like it. All right, so I'm gonna get to throwing this one in and throwing that one away. So let's get to it. All right, so to start off, you can see down in here, see my brake, master cylinder right there. You can see I already got my lines pre-bent going on right there. This one is for the front, and the back one on these Mustangs, the back one is for the front lines. So I have this one right here, and there's two more. It's kind of hard to see down in here. Where we at? I got two more lines. That one right there that's moving, and the one right across from it. Those are the two lines that I'm going to be using. The three lines that I'm going to be using. On these Foxbodies though, if you are just throwing one in from the stock factory brake setup, it does have a distribution block on here. Mine was deleted already when I got the car, so it makes life a lot easier with throwing in stuff like line locks. So if you do happen to have a factory Foxbody Mustang, you will have a distribution block in there, and you're gonna have to figure out a way to do what I did with making my own lines that goes from the brake cylinder to the line lock into each front wheel. All right guys, so I did get the line lock solenoid installed in the Mustang right here. Let's see if I can get a good view of it for you. Sitting right there up under the brake master cylinder. So like I said, that bottom line, which you see right there pretty much in the middle of the screen, is the one that comes from the brake master cylinder right there. It feeds into the line lock on that bottom hose, and then you're gonna plug that top one. And the 2 lines that are on the side of it. All right, so the 2 lines that are on the side right there, those are the ones that's going to each brake, each wheel on the brake caliper. So you got your left and your right, and you just have to trace and see which one it is. So that's the one that's going to the brakes, and that is pretty much the full install of the line lock. It's a pretty simple process. I had to get a few adapter fittings. You can see I got a few adapter fittings going on each one of them for the lines to actually match up to where it's supposed to be going to. And I have adapter fitting on the brake master cylinder as well. Alright, to explain how the wiring works with this line lock. So, you got 2 wires right here, red and black, that comes off of the line lock solenoid itself. So the black wire is obviously going to be a ground wire, which I grounded mine right here on the frame. Find yourself a good ground. The red line is going to be a power with a switch tied into it line, which is this wire right here. So took this wire, ran it all the way inside of the cab, and I'll show you how that's done. So I ran it all the way inside of the cab, and this wire is broken off, but this is my tied in switch wire right here. So this is the red wire, which ties the indicator light. And the indicator light, just find yourself a good location where you want to put it at so you can know that the line lock is actually on when it's lit up. So that one is located right here on my center console bezel. And it also has a ground, which I grounded right here, and you're going to tie the power wire into it. So the line that comes off the solenoid, it's going to be connected right here. Also with your momentary switch, this is it right here. It's just a switch you push on and off. It has 2 wires, red and black. And these are those 2 wires right here from the switch. This one is ran all the way back. This is a positive 12-volt battery switch wire, which is ran all the way to the front. It's ran all the way to the front, and it is this one right here. So this one is the one that has the 12-volt, and I tied in a fuse with it. It's a 5-amp fuse in here, and that goes directly to my battery. This is a distribution block, so this runs directly to the battery. Now, I know it's a lot. I'll try to throw up a cool, a great diagram from Hurst. I followed their wiring diagram and it works perfect, minus that wire back there breaking because I didn't plan on having this switch in. I actually am going to install this coil wire so I can have the switch on my steering wheel right here. I'm going to have this switch right here installed for my line lock. So that switch right there is just temporary. But anyway, so this wire from the switch, and this is to the solenoid itself, and you're going to tie in that broken wire from the indicator light, the switch wire right here, and the one that's running to the solenoid. You're going to tie all of those in together, all 3 of those wires. Now for your 12-volt, like I said, it's ran from that switch wire right here. This 12-volt, and this runs all the way through the cabin up to the fuse, and it runs directly to a 12-volt source. So I'm gonna get to installing this on my steering wheel so I don't have to have this one anymore, because this is kind of cheap made, but it was just there just to test it and see if it works. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you guys how the whole line lock works itself after I install my steering wheel and put the switch on this cord right here. All right, so we'll be back. All right, so I do have the wiring complete now. So this is just temporary. I'm gonna clean it up. But so like I said, this is the wire harness from the switch on the steering wheel right there. And you got the black and the white. It doesn't really matter which one you wire it up on. because it's just closing the loop whenever you push the button in. So this wire is the one that's running all the way from the battery 12-volt power source itself with the 5-amp fuse tied into it, going to the black one. And those are the 3 wires. One's from the solenoid and the other one is from the indicator light, and the white wire is obviously coming from this wire harness from the switch. So it's all wired up, and if you can see, I'm going to push my button right here, and then the indicator light should pop on to let me know that the line lock is engaged. So that lets me know that the line lock is engaged. I let go of the button and it goes away. Also, you can hear it up here as well. Once I push the button in, you will hear the line lock engage. So that is the wiring done on the line lock. And I think that's a good setup. On my hands right here, it can push the thumb, let me know that the light's on, and I have my line lock engaged. Alright, so that's how it looks. Alright guys, I finally got the line lock installed into the car. This is a few days later, but I did get it installed into the car, and I did take it out on the test drive to actually see how the line lock works, and it works phenomenal. I do need to re-bleed the brakes, so I'm going to be doing that off video on another time. I think bleeding the brakes is kind of something that everyone should know how to do. If not, there's plenty of videos out there on YouTube. But you made it this far. Thank you again for watching and coming back to the channel and want to see more content on the Mustang that we got right here. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And if you do, turn on the post notifications so you can see more of my content when it is posted. And thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.